Hey everyone, hi, it is Digital Femme or DigiNets, and I am here on Tech Talk Tuesday with Hexadized. You all should know him. I'm actually also broadcasting on Metaverse Radio, and we are also going on uh, Twitter X Space. So let's just turn the mic off, and we've got a lot of things going on at the same time. This is ridiculous. Why do we do this to ourselves? So, hey everyone on Twitter X Space, I'm really glad to have you here on Tech Talk Tuesday. We're just chilling, we're bringing AR to the masses, one event, one city at a time. What does that even mean? Well, we'll soon find out with our very prestigious and special guest who used to be the owner and host of this Tech Talk Tuesday space, Hexadize. We all know and love him. We're also going to be having Honeycomb with us, aka Mike, when he joins. It's all cool. But before we say anything, let me do the metaverse disclaimer. And of course, I read it out. You would think I would have memorized it, but no, not yet. So this program's content does not necessarily represent the views of Metaverse Radio and is for entertainment only. It is not legal, medical, financial, or investment advice. The host, guest speakers, artists, and other collaborators may have personal or financial interests in the subjects they discuss. So please critically assess the information presented. Not all content is appropriate for all ages. We try to limit our swear words, but it is what it is. So listener discretion is advised. Alrighty then. It is 9:11 to the hour. And let's go. I want to do a shout out to the people in the spaces. Shout out to the Derby One and Joe Soyo Crypto. Really loving it. You know what? I might even send you guys links to the live stream and we'll just have one big happy party. Hexadize is saying, yeah. So if you're watching, we are live streaming on different platforms, and if you see us, you see us. I could play my music, but you know what? There's too many things going on. So Hex, Hex.
Yes. Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going. We're doing good. It's it's a Tuesday, and so I've got to say, because you always do it. You go, hey, you're like, and Hex gave this to me, but realistically, for those of you, okay, yeah, we did Tech Talk Tuesdays here on the X and on the Twitter thing for a while, but Digital Femini, if you go back on YouTube, some like YouTube videos ago, you might find on her channel some Tech Talk Tuesdays with Digital Fem and myself from like a couple of years ago. And so realistically, she kind of suckered me into starting a Tech Talk Tuesday. So if we want to go back down the rabbit hole of whose idea, thoughts, and wonders, Digital Fem. All right, so Tech Talk Tuesday was kind of her brainchild. We've been waiting for this moment to do these things, but yeah. So it's your show. You're the Digital Femme from like 2008. Come on now,
you've got these. Stop with the flowers. Just throw me the plastics. Well, I do remember that it was 3 years ago, and it was called Tech Tuesdays.
Tech Tuesdays. That's what it was.
Not Tech Talk Tuesdays. Which I actually think Tech Talk, when you created Tech Talk Tuesdays, the way it sounds is like TikTok. And I thought that was absolutely brilliant. And I thought, did you do this to make it like, because TikTok's the thing. And I'm like, wow, this guy's brilliant. Of course he is. Hi. So Stilo's in the house on Twitter X Space, and Justin. Hi. Guys, can you please throw a thumbs up if you can hear Hexadize coming through? Not you, Hex. He's on a live stream, and I hopefully Stilo, the Derby One, Joe, Justin. Yeah, you can hear Hexadize coming through. Hex, say something.
Check. Mic check. Hello, Stilo. Hello, Joe. Hello, the Derby One and Justin. What's up, guys? How we doing?
Perfect. Okay. So we're here talking about augmented reality, and
what's up, CNET? Sorry, jump in. I see CNET's moon. What's up, Richard? I didn't mean. I apologize. Go ahead.
No.
You think now?
You know what's interesting? He shows up for you first, and I don't get that yet. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, you don't. So he's in here in the live stream thing. Yeah,
I see him.
I see him chatting over here, wherever that is.
Look at that.
Yeah,
hey, that's
cool.
Hey, yeah, you actually met CNET's moon in Nashville for the Bitcoin conference 2024.
Yeah.
That's
The dude, yeah, he's one of those real ones. He's like like one of the real ones. Yeah.
he
So
is.
yeah,
For reals, for
lots of good
reals.
things happen there.
For reals, for reals. We should get him up on one of
Right?
these. Oh man, he needs to have his own podcast. Like this man can like he he comes up with
Light
the
a fire.
words. Yes,
Okay.
he's
Yeah.
got words. He's got the way he rhymes things, and it's all applicable. Like everything, a lot of the things he says should either be a bumper sticker, a T-shirt, like a wall hanging. It's crazy. Look at he goes. Stop it, did you? I'm always here for y'all. Hey, Seamoonettes. So are we. We love you. Hey, James Jones and our Hexa. Oh, our Hexa dropped in. I wonder if Diego's the crypto professor decrypting DPIN is finished. Let me just double check.
Apologies for the noise. If you're hearing a bunch of noise, it's just the life around, you know.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, yes, they are finished. Okay, so I want to say, for those of you who don't know, Hex, how did we even meet? Okay, something's going on with your volume. Something's going on with your volume. It's getting muffled.
Mic check 1.
There.
Mic check 2. There we go. Okay, cool. So it was in that shirt that you were in. So inside the over telegram, right? We were both in there, and we were just doing the thing and just running our mouths on some things. And this is at like there wasn't a whole bunch of people inside. In fact, it may have been the Overlord's chat or something like that. I think that's the one that the Aussubox really the owner of the Aussubox, the artist, right? So Alex, he kind of headed that up. But we're in there, and you said you put out, you're like, hey, who wants to hop on a video chat and just get to know each other? We're in this, let's get to know each other. And so it was at that moment I was like, you know what? Let's do this. So you were the first person I ever like doxed myself with. And for some, I don't know why it was, but anyway, so we jumped on a video call, you, myself, and there was one other lady. And we chatted for like an hour or so, just talking about what are we going to do with these lands? What are you here for? What's your why of why you got into it? And so, and we were both, I think we both knew at that point, one second, that what we weren't here for the quick flip. Okay. It wasn't and you hear all the other communities, all the other things that were going on. They were like, hey, we're here to pump, right? And especially back at that time, 2021, that was the Doge and the things, but it was what are we gonna do about, like, we can do the future things with this. Like, we were looking 5-10 years ahead, and that's how we kind of met. We were at that. I think it's solidified. There's 10-15 years of a possible relationship here, and look at us today.
And longer.
Yeah.
Right? Like you didn't even have a Twitter account, did you?
No. So all the Twitters that anybody sees right now are like 2021 and on. Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. So,
Yeah.
so here's the thing. If you don't know, and I'm sure you do, please follow Hexadize. Hey, Honeycomb's in the Twitter X house. I sent you a link. And I believe I DM'd you a link on Twitter X and on the Telegram group. Anytime you would like to join, pretty yourself up, like comb your hair, do whatever you want to do, set up your background, and come on and join us, Honeycomb. I really wanted to talk to you and Hex because what is going on in winter? Hex is a poser.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all are.
It's a poser. Hey, you spelled that wrong. It's Pozar. If you're gonna call me a posar, do it the right way. I'm a proud posar. You should want to be a posar too.
Are you saying posar?
Posar, like Pozar.
A-R? Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you
go.
Posar,
get it? Because I want to be a posar.
I get it.
You kind of want to be one now too, but what's a poser? I stay there and just like.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a poser, all right. Posar.
I'm a poser.
Actually, Hex is my jelly partner. Why are we jelly partners?
Because everybody else does cool things, and we sit here and wish that we could do them too. Like,
exactly. Like who? Like who?
Like maybe the people out there like that are collecting all those tokens. So I see Brober in here for one. Him and his wife. Like, okay, look, I'm married. I got a wife and kids. You know how much fun it would be to like hit the road and just go map and just like and just do like that's a dream, right? And they're doing it. You know, we can all talk about, but they're yeah, and it's so I'm jelly a little
I'm
bit.
jelly. I'm totally jelly. He's got like
Yeah,
Strawberry and Brover. They're traveling around Europe with their backpack. They're like they're making money with over tokens. They got now their cute little furry friend doggy.
right,
Shout out to
right,
Lua. I'm jelly. Jelly meaning jealous. If you don't know, get with the program. But
yeah.
Hex and I were jelly partners because Brover and Strawberry are partners, are 3D Power Mapper partners. You're jelly partners. Brover goes, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. That's ridiculous. And I'm up here in Canadiana Nana with the Justin Trudeau suck.
Look, you Canadians are making some moves up there with some things. There's a lot of stuff happening up there. I'm a little jelly of what's happening up in Canada a little bit.
What?
Okay, huh?
Like what's
Well, maybe
happening?
people are. Oh, there's so much. Like people are like, hey, it's cold up here. We could put computers and things up here and just let them run all day and never have to. And the cooling bill, you know, the run. Yeah, it's like, there's so much more power because this is where all the water got dammed up from.
Oh yeah, you mean all the water, all our resources got sold to China. Like literally, like China back in like 10 years ago, they own like can you Justin Trudeau sold like our water resources up north to China? What?
That's funny.
Anyway,
Yeah, yeah. No, but yeah, yeah. Y'all are doing some cool things in the crypto space, and I see what's happening up there. I feel like the the overall, yeah, just the overall crypto AR thing. Lots of people doing fashion stuff up there. Toronto's coming around the corner.
yep, well, kind of. Toronto's around the
You
corner.
see it?
That's true. I mean, okay, let's put this in perspective. So you have, come on, you know what? United States and Canada and Mexico look like North America, basically, right? So Canada is bigger, I think it's one of the largest land masses in the world, but we're not that populated. Like everybody lives about the 49th parallel and above. Like everybody lives right by the border of the United States. Why? Because it's tundra. Tundra freaking
Oh,
cold all the way up north. So why am I saying this? I don't even know. But oh yeah, so you can fit literally like 20 European countries in one Canadian province. I'm kidding, but
right.
you get the picture. And for me to fly from where I live to Toronto is like $5,000. Just kidding, but yeah. And then for somebody to go from Spain to France is like, I don't know, like 60 euro with Ryanair. Like you do the math. Like, hello, I'm living in the wrong freaking landmass, man. And at least the United States, even though it gets cold up in the snow belt by Detroit and shout out to Buffalo and all that, you can always go down to like where Hex is,
Right. Right.
right? Right?
Texas isn't doing so bad either. I mean, we are getting Google, Universal Studios. I mean, Tesla and X already came here, right? So that's, we did get all the mining companies like Marathon,
Oh yeah.
Riot. Who is the other one? There's another one out there that just did some things, and yeah, there's lots of good things happening everywhere. You've got, speaking of nice things happening in crypto space, you've got like this prime spot, because I went and mapped one of your spots the other day over at near the Ranger Stadium. Yeah, I didn't realize that you got the sign. Like you have the spot, the spot where the selfie corner where it says Texas, and then like people stand there and they're like this with an X. Like you own that. Like how did, like,
Wait a minute.
and
Where? What country?
they just built the convention center right there, like right there. So it's not like the whole brand new conventions. I know, right? Like look, at you got the corner that connects.
Well.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't even know that. Thanks for I love this. This Tech Talk Tuesday. We had a mission, we had a goal, we had topics. Have we hit it yet? No. I love this because now every time I go to a space and they say, "Oh, DPIN, oh, RWA," I join, and they're not talking about it till like 50 minutes into the hour. They're all doing this jibber jabber, and they're doing like jokes and stuff. No, we get to do this. No, we get to do this now. We get to,
We
because
can
it's
do
our
whatever
space.
we want to do. Yeah. Nobody's paying us for this anyways.
Nobody's paying. And speaking of paying, X Real. Let's talk about X
Yeah.
Real, dude.
Okay.
You're my jelly partner, but I'm jelly. I'm a single jelly.
You want this. Yeah.
What? No. What do you have whatever
Oh,
that is?
yeah, that part too. Yeah. Yeah.
So
The,
Hex has the X Real glasses. I think the upper end, high end thing. Look at this guy. Can you sport it?
the, they are, yeah. So it's the developer side of things, right? It's the ones with the 6 degrees of all the freedom and things like that. Okay, so
6 degrees.
yeah, yeah, and they it is nice. There's a few different games out there already that other people have made that, so you get to see, like, how people are using the developer tools, right? Um, Inside there's also some other games that they've made. So like there's a maze game that you can roll the ball around, so you grab it, and so you do get to experience that, right? So and as people do develop, I think it'll be, a lot. Now when it pairs with this though, right, the Beam Pro, um, these right here, this is really what I was most interested in testing out, checking out. So because I've put on a lot of glasses, okay, um, and to be very real, the one of the pairs that I
Not
had,
X Real, just very real.
this is X Real. Yes, this is X Real. So one of the other pairs that I had was the Epsilon pair, and at that time they had the cameras. In fact, they have everything inside of the that X Real has. Like, to be, and in fact, they actually have a little bit more because they have cameras that actually take videos and pictures. They're outdated cameras, so because they're from like 2017. So the pair that's like 2017 is, it's kind of like if you go back Google Glass and HoloLens. It's almost like we went backwards with the tech versus going forwards with, because we went towards the consumer versus forcing everyone to learn. Is that, and that's not a bad thing. It's that step. And so these right here are already prepared for that next step, right? So developers could start working with or start making like apps like Over and Sphere. So taking those and making them more usable, so when people are walking around, they can actually like get in it. But the spatial capture here, go ahead.
I got a question for you. So you know that over the reality, the spatial Web3 platform that's literally digital layered over the world, and you can create geolocalized 3D assets, blah blah blah. Um, so we know that over integrated Apple Vision Pro,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
basically it just took thank goodness that the AVP platform is Unity. Like we all saw that last year,
Right.
June 5th. Once
Right.
what's his name, Tim, what's his face, white haired guy, Tim Cook
Yeah.
said Unity, we're all like, yeah. Like I heard, like, oh, I could feel the tremors in Udine, Italy, with the dev team going, yeah. And I was
Right.
like, whoa. So so we know that over the reality integrated AVP, what does it
Mhm.
what will it take for them to integrate, or is it vice versa, the X-Real
So
glasses?
so Xreal already runs it's for this, the Beam Pro, right? So which is what it would run on. It would run on the Puck, because these are not standalone, right? So the AVPs are pretty much standalone. It is a computer. That's what it is, right? It is way more high powered than some laptops. In fact, my daughter's school laptop, the AVP already outpowers that. Okay. Um, and that's where like things like this, so the puck comes in, or this is the beam, and it's comparable to a phone, right? It's almost the only different thing that this doesn't have is the SIM card for the phone number, right? um so anything that works Android, okay, can operate on, because it's Android. That's what it is. Does that
Oh,
make you understand? So all of the thing, it would be so maybe on the Over's back end, maybe they need to just, or I don't know, someone in the community, right, can maybe how much permissions people have to do certain things. I don't know if they, what I mean, because it'll be an app thing. The app has to work on, right, so that'll be on their end. But as soon as stuff like that, and that's yeah, I'm looking forward to it, because I know that these right here are out of all of the other glasses that I have put on, okay, these are the most comfortable. My wife takes these at night because we both go to bed. Like we go to bed at the same time, right? But we go to sleep at different times. I wake up much earlier than she does, right? So at night we turn off the TV, but she can put. So now she doesn't keep me awake. I don't fuss about the noise and the lights, right? Because she just, you know. And then the nice thing is they fit right over my already glasses. Like I don't have to get. I don't have
Dude,
to get.
you look so cool right there.
Right? I know. It
How
almost
cool do
works
you
just
look?
like that, right? And
Just
the
gotta
like
kind of
so
like
if I
do this, but
is it
you look
crooked?
totally
Is it
cool.
crooked? Or is it the hat's crooked? Maybe
No, no, no.
my ears are actually crooked. I'm gonna be honest with you. My ears are crooked.
It's your
It's my
ears.
ears.
It's your ears. Hey, shout out
Sure.
to our Hexa and Alex Nets, woohoo, and Justin. Hey Joe, again. Hey, see the change. Come on and seat us over here. I don't know if that's what I to say.
I don't
But,
I think they said
what are you doing, Hex? What's going on?
there we go. All right. I'm gonna see if I can't. I'm gonna pull the. Oh wait a minute. Oh, this is the other nice thing. It's the pass through, right? So I can
Oh,
just
he has
go
a pass
because
through, like
you can see every here. So I don't know if you can see it. If you can see them get darker here. Let's go.
no, I cannot. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it getting darker. Oh, so that's not the pass through. That's the pass through.
This is this is so it's you can it's and yeah they work great. Like we really like them. My kids love this part. So because we'll go out. I don't know if you've seen us out, but the boys, I mean, they won't. Yeah, they love them. They ride roller coasters in them. They do all kinds of things.
You mean physical roller coasters or virtual roller coasters?
No, no, like the virtual roller coasters.
Because I'm like, okay, so you're riding a real life roller coaster wearing that. Can you imagine riding a real life roller coaster and then a virtual roller coaster that are not in sync? What kind of brain mind fuck is that going to do to the brain? That is insane. And don't try that. I mean, I'm not suggesting for anybody to try that. I don't know what kind of neurological damage or I don't know what you guys are going to experience. So do not try that. And for those of you in Metaverse Radio, I forgot that we're on Metaverse Radio. We didn't forget. Didn't forget. You're part of the love. We're sharing the love, you audio listeners. You. But if you're following Hexadized and moi on Twitter X Space, I always say Twitter X, then you can see our faces. Anyway, can we talk about what's going on with WintAR, this winter
Yes,
wonderland
yeah,
that you and
winter.
Honeycomb are doing?
Yeah, gladly. So WintAR WondeARland here. I'm gonna move these for a minute. So WintAR WondeARland is what it's the it's a global takeover realistically. Okay,
No
but
shit.
we are doing. Go ahead. Yeah.
Speaking of that, I'm bringing on someone. Da, 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 da. Oh my god, too bad this wasn't Twitter X Space. We need to go like, actually, we can. I'm going to do this. Oh, you can only hear it in here, but let's bring on. There we go.
I made it.
There he is.
Yay.
All right.
Everything is great. Thank you so much for joining. We're just chilling.
I
It was
was
just
chilling with you, and then
no.
like this streaming Streamlabs, I went, oh shit, I can't do a virtual background, so I kind of work in like a cave surrounded by paraphernalia and plants, and some might view that as not appropriate for all ages. So
That's right. Very
so
good
here
that
I
you
am.
have. And here you are. And here you are. With your nice hat with the nice plant logo.
Yes,
I love that.
absolutely.
Just in time to for you and Hex to talk about this global takeover during the winter time.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
getting a little crazy. I think if we did a capital R and A on Crazy Hex and then we put it into a mirror, it says AR. Just saying.
Right? Oh, you guys, my real name is Carmen.
Oh, I know. I was thinking that already, but
Oh, you
not in
were?
San Diego. In somewhere else. But we could totally redo Carmen rhyme with San Diego and make it an AR complete duplicate of the purpose of education anywhere in the world. that show was all about, right? And really simple stuff. The nostalgia's here. Everything's just repeating itself. I think doing a Carmen just with capital AR, that's it. I mean,
Guys, I don't know
opening
why I
shot
didn't.
is too easy.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of this. Kiki, be quiet. I'm gonna throw a piece of marble cheese. Kiki, here's a piece of marble cheese. Here, shut up. Okay. What's it called? I didn't even know man, I was meant for AR. I didn't even know there was like an AR in my name. Duh. And speaking of
born
San
for it.
Diego, shout out to the Derby one. I'm totally doxing his location in about 3 weeks from now.
Anybody that follows him is going to know where he is anyways. It's not there's some people that I feel bad about it, but you know, I'm like every third Facebook post, he's like, guess where I'm going now? Going back home. He's happy. Like I know he's got to be happy. So shout out to you, Derby. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Derby one. The reason
And
why
your team, I'm a little bit upset that they're being better than my team right now, I think. But we
oh,
won't
the
talk about
Padres. So the thing is, he's moving back to San Diego with his partner Anna Pan, and they do run a Metaverse Radio / Twitter X Space every Thursdays. Philosophy and AI, like that's insane. And I'm always, I don't know, but I'm invited to go there and visit them. So Carmen in San Diego, baby. I mean,
It is.
what? You cannot even
they
get
can't
any
even
better.
call it. They can't even say anything about like copyright because it's your name.
No,
Like when it's
it's
like
literally,
it's who
it's
you are.
you.
You can't do anything about that. You
Yeah,
can't change
and I am
anything.
in San Diego. I will be in San Diego, so STUF.
So
You know
we'll
what I
just
mean?
start a campaign. Meet Carmen in San Diego.
In San Diego. There you go. But no, let's get back to the topic of
Yes,
WintAR
AR.
WondeARland.
Well, so yeah, the AR takeover. So it's the WintAR WondeARland side of things, right? Is yeah, it's gonna be just that. So and it kind of incorporates what y'all were just talking about with the Carmen San Diego. So there's gonna be real world places, physical environments like in the DFW area that people can go to visit. And in fact, so if you are an artist, a creator, a developer, you're inside of the ecosystem on any platform in any kind of way. It doesn't have to be AR; it can be virtual as well. But if you're involved in any of those things, we're going to be displaying all those things. So people are going to decorate like on over the reality. Those places that we've mapped, right? So all those maps, like say your spot out there at Global Life, that nice little Texas spot that got mapped. Okay, so decorate that, and then so that'll be a spot that people go to. We say, hey, go look at this. It's and so it's map. It's the real world location, right? Along with that digital layer, and people can visit even from not physically being there. If they want to, they can still jump into that as if they were there in that location, right? And so as much as it'll be teamed up with real world venues in the DFW area, say we have like a bar crawl through Deep Ellum or Lower McKinney or Lower Greenville or maybe out there in Arlington as well, right? And Fort Worth. And so maybe each 1 week is a different one, right? So that's like at least 4 weeks, right? It's all kind of the same, but if you ask anybody in Dallas, that's not Fort Worth. And you talk to anybody at Fort Worth, that's not Arlington. And if you talk to anybody, and it's it's the same thing up in New York. No, this is in Newark. That's over there. Don't get confused. This is our side. That's east side. That's lower side. And it's the same kind of. It may be big, but it's each individual. So we'll have maybe 1 week in each spot. We start November 16th. It was a Super Saturday. We'll kick off here on X, right? And we'll do the same thing. If anybody's pension, we'll jump into a world and just start. And it's all going to go from there. So there may be some artists. I know the Nobody from the Sandbox and their whole crew. They're really excited. So they may end up coming to Dallas to put on a show, like a real world show, and then having that be a part of it. There's some other artists. Hopefully Stilo, it would be really cool if you want to come out. We'll get you inside of a venue and just, wrap it all up. But the venues that are already associated, right, they're ready for this as well. So there would, if you're a project, right? Okay. If you're out there, you're a token, whatever it is, and you want to utilize and actually tap into that utility, right? Like maybe that mainnets layer of things, okay? Where people can use this stuff, right? You've already got it in schools. These we're not talking about a new meme token. That's not what we're. But if you're a real utility token, Okay. And where we can use you, we can spend you, we can, the bars can accept you for the drinks and do all these kinds of things, just like if it was Polygon or Matic or Ethereum or Bitcoin or any of those, right? But on that cheap, affordable layer where they're not spending $10 just to buy the $4 drink, we will have you inside those venues if you want to be. We can have the QR codes there. The venues will be ready for you. It's going to be, this is that next, it's, we're bringing in, not bringing in, I hate to say it like that, but it's because everybody's here, right? Especially in this DFW area. You got Consensus here. You got the Texas Blockchain Council here. You got, what I mean? So with Consensus, that's MetaMask, that's Wallet Guard, that's, what I mean? So that's all of that's Snap, that's everybody. And so having all of that here, let's just bring it home, right? And so it's well as doing that locally here with those real world venues.
Yeah, because you know what
Places
they
like
say.
that.
You know what they say.
Yeah.
Everything's big R, big R in Texas, and there is a big R Texas, isn't there, dude? That's like I got a producer. I'm pretending I have a virtual producer right now, and he's like, or she, whatever they identify. My virtual imaginary producer, they who identifies as they're giving me that.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be good, but it's going global, so it goes beyond just doing the local stuff, and that's so like with people like Metaverse Mid, so we'll have them as well, and so because it won't be just go out to the real world, do this. We're gonna have like almost daily events also as well, okay, so that people can go and have treasure hunts and do like that Carmen Sandiego thing, like, so we'll have clues to go out to other places in the world as well, so it's not just DFW we're talking about.
You know how
It's
we were
almost like,
talking
do you remember the McDonald's takeover? Or when we did because it wasn't just, we did a few other ones, right? Where we had people like Adrian Dominic from over in Z1 over in Australia. We had people in New Mexico. There's people in China. You had Cyber Nerd Baby over where they, you know what I mean? And so all these people popped up. And so doing something like that again, okay? But now we're leaving clues. So instead of saying go to this spot, it's a game, right? So, hey, can you find this spot there? Or, maybe it's a riddle, maybe it's a puzzle, maybe you got to solve a math problem, it'll be, so we'll have activations going starting November 16th all the way through January 3rd is when we'll really close it up.
Well, that is insane. So right now you guys actually have time to onboard a lot of like companies for sponsorship, mom and pop shops.
That's what it was built for, right? We've been testing it through the activation, how the community interacts with it, feels about it. And this is through, the entire years, right? But specifically this year, South by Southwest, National Cannabis Festival, Bitcoin Nashville, right? We had some big activations of things and we were testing the entire time, right? Because the tech's been changing, it's constantly changing. We're building for the things of, tomorrow, even though it's already here, right? Tomorrow's already here. And it's having that tech and capabilities and specific of advertising, brand awareness, recognition, reputation, all balled up in one because of how you're interacting with the now in the manner of tomorrow. So being able to leverage augmented reality, being able to leverage the people who love it, there's a tight-knit collective and group, right? That's where we get to really empower it and show real world use cases. And that's what we're talking about, right? And at the same time, being able to get people, I have a hummingbird within like reaching distance. That was phenomenal. I'm in Illinois. Now, if this was in Colorado, that would have just made sense. But here in Illinois,
it's a sign.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It's the convergence of some birds, and that's one of them. But yeah. So with the augmented side, we really get to push boundaries. Like when Hex said that we're taking and we're impacting on a global level, it is just that. It is a takeover, because we understand and have witnessed the power of it. And now being able to take people from a digital world to do some things and and get incentivized to then be engaged in the physical activity, maybe 3 months down the road, 9 months down the road, next week. Those types of things are now here. And it's just, when we're able to actually release the amazing calendars that we've combined together, and then how others can add to it to really encompass the community within communities, and actually work together in a different way. We're going to have a hell of a lot of fun doing it. That's the first off. But people are going to get to really know the power of this little piece of tech we have in our hand, that little cell phone, because it's still barely leveraged, in my opinion.
So what like literally, I think 2.5 minutes back, my brain jumped dimensions because you said something like something about something the future and now, and I was like, what? Like I had some mind yoga there, and I was like, that makes sense, but like, whoa. So I totally understand everything you guys are saying. And I know that there are people out there in Metaverse Radio, even though you are in Metaverse, hello, might not really fully understand, but that's okay. Because as long as you're following at Hexadize and Honeycomb Empire, at Honeycomb Empire, all one word, and at Hexadized, then you will know what the heck is going on. Because, okay, guys, what is the main platform that you will use for all this to come together?
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. So realistically, what will happen, right, is each community, right, if you want to call that, will probably have its own hub, right? Because that's the only way that actually works, is for each one to have a portal to the other one, right? Because if only one spot has portals everywhere, then you're not actually working together. Okay. And so yeah, so they'll all have hubs. Okay. And yeah, they'll all have their own real hubs. As far as the yeah, because it's really going to be, everybody has their own hub. Anybody that wants to be involved, is the way to be involved is to be able to share, right? It's for that open door.
So
So
you're
it'll
talking
be
about,
yeah.
when you say all, you're including spatial.
So that's spatial, because I say spatial because we've got friends like Altered Alley and Dope Stilo that are there. MetaMike's there, right? I mean, there's there's so many. We've got so many friends there. Yeah, they're gonna be there, right? So spatial, over the reality, spheroid universe. Probably I'm looking at some bitmap stuff, because those people over there are doing some really cool things. And then who's the other ones? We got Omniverse City. It's not like a new platform, but it's a fairly newer platform. And so it's compared. I would say it's more compared to
Super World. You know what I mean? He'll put something up there as well, and then we've got Wax.io and a couple other platforms that we have people who are doing some phenomenal things, and it all fits like a glove. But what we've structured this around is how it can empower them on their time, on their schedule.
Oh, I see what you mean. So is this going to be an annual thing?
Oh yeah, this is.
I mean, yeah. So
definitely our kids are going to be running it, right, Hex? So
here's what's really happening. Here's what's really happening. So we got WintAR WondeARland this year, right? And then we're calling it WintAR Wonder, and it may be, so we right. So and then what happens? But what happens after that, right? So WintAR WondeARland is cool. You guys got this, but then what's gonna happen? Right around the corner after that, I'm in South by. I mean, I think I've been trying to, I'm at South by. Where am I going to be in March? I'm going to be at South by. That's happening. So, and then, right after that, I've already got my tickets for Bitcoin Vegas, right? So we're going to be there. What else? I mean, there's more, and then it's just on repeat, right? Then you still got Halloween, you still got the holidays. None of this changes. So for all of these brands and businesses and projects, they're like, how do we get in? We've got you set for the next 10, 15 years, because we're not going anywhere. We're going to be playing on this stuff for forever. You
Well,
aren't going
and then
anywhere.
we're
You're going to
strategic
be
about
opening
it.
spaces or helping people. You're going to be doing maybe not the same thing. You might have like you might have your own network, in 10, 15 years, Digital Femme. You might have the Digital Femme network, which that actually has a nice ring, but I'll pause there.
It does actually, but no. Oh, shout out to Henry James. Good morning, Tech Talk. No. I'm manifesting this. In 2 years, in 2026, I'm getting rid of all this. Well, there's a back hello. There's the green screen, but I'm moving out of my less than 400 square foot apartment in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Awana, Canadiana, and I'm buying a van. And no, guys, I'm not doing the van life because everybody else is doing it in the millennial. I wanted the van life since in the mid '90s when I knew when there was no Wi-Fi yet. There was still like freaking AOL dial-up, like like the. I kind of we had to use the EJ4, the blue jack to get access to internet. There was no Wi-Fi yet in the mid '90s. I envisioned I'm traveling with.
Juno emails.
Yeah, with this thing and Kiki and I, my little cute Kiki, my little Yorkie, we're traveling, man. We're going to Canada and we're going to the States and we're just traveling in this.
Do it.
In 2 years. In 2 years. I already got like some van stuff. I've been watching no builds and like I don't need like all decked up and stuff like that. I'm doing that.
Yeah.
So that's why am I manifesting this. Shout out to K-Bot. I did say shout out to Elias. Zombie Nets. Our Hexta's still hanging in here. The Derby one, Justin, Architect, Stilo. Oh, Stilo. Stilo's like amazing. Like I wanted to interview. We will interview him. Like we will. Guys, this is like insane. Like, I mean, okay. So how did you guys meet?
The crazy world
here,
of Web3.
Here, where?
Yeah. Here, I think Twitter probably X.
Yep.
Yeah. Was it X? Yeah.
Like who followed you and why?
You know when it happens and it just sparks like that. That's what happened. Chicken or the egg, right? Chicken or the egg. But our first physical meeting and getting real serious was building for stuff at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to be doing that again here next year, and then it's like Hex was going on about, it's those events that come through and they happen, NFT NYC and certain events that are just going to happen again and again, and the projects and purposes that are involved with them are going to naturally be attracted to what we're doing and be able to expand their brand further than said that event or industry. But we went in it with an omnidimensional paradigm understanding, right? So we recognize industries and niches that aren't here yet, that this is them. One specific, racing, just the whole industry of racing. So in that, I used to do some things and brought dirt racers into NASCAR, primarily children and young youth development in racing. So we've done some fun things, and racing's been in virtual for over two decades. Yet it's not here like it should be. It's not empowered. It's not recognized. The community's not able to engage and get involved like they should be able to. So being able to take augmented reality and just creativity in itself and applying that with augmented reality to these tracks and some races, we're going to have some really, really fun events that people can take part of and get engaged into. That's all over the globe. But a lot of circuits, if you will, here in the States. And it's going to be, the next year is going to be very, very interesting on how fast everyone adapts to, as opposed to the friction we've been experiencing and watching for the past, for some of us 10 years, but especially the past 5 years of the fear level of the words we've been talking about. Virtual reality, we haven't even really mentioned AI too much, but all of these buzzwords that scare the hell out of people, that is involved in so many aspects of their life that they're unaware of. Instead of freaking and stressing about that, we should just be able to empower it and go have fun. and that's what we're introducing. How to do that, how to monetize it, and how it be a benefit not just for the business but for the overall impact on the globe.
I think if you just keep, because like, oh my God, like, okay, in crypto Twitter or Web3 Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of buzz about augmented reality, mixed reality, whatever. And there's a lot. If you go to Twitter Spaces or X Spaces, they're all talking about roughly the same thing. And then you have all these events, like what you said, NFT NYC. I don't know, like things happening in the East Coast, West Coast,
Right.
Token 49, Token
Right.
2049, in how many cities and all that consent, how many
And
cities.
how many billions of dollars was made
I
that
know.
wasn't kicked back to the people? I get it. Stuff costs things. I understand.
But it doesn't
people there
have
make
to,
I
though.
mean, like Bitcoin Nashville, we were calculating, we're probably $100 million in tickets and sponsorships and what have you, right? They did a hell of a fucking job, hell of a job. Now what?
Exactly.
Will we read about the impact project created from said revenue to help elevate the industry, the advancement of something else? Hopefully we will. Probability, like most events, nope. But at least with what the people I experienced in Bitcoin, there wasn't too much over promise, under deliver, felt shortchanged because they went there, like some other events that I've went to, ticket price and the ROI. There's got to be some type of ROI, be it just the personal interconnected relationships created or what have you. Bitcoin did great for that.
All right.
Hopefully they continue and do something amazing with what they were able to achieve.
Right. So what I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing two white dudes with baseball caps, chilling. I'm gonna bring hello, chilling, and talking. Do you know how many white dudes with baseball caps that I have been in front of in conversations with, talking about the future in tech?
Yeah.
So what I'm seeing is these two white dudes in baseball caps talking about stuff that only they know in their head, and there's not really, they need a pitch deck basically that we need to follow, and a flow chart and all this stuff for a lot of people. But I get it, some people get it, and I know the derby one gets it. Y'all, hey, Kyle's in the Twitter space. All right, shout out to Kyle.
No
Oh my
way.
God, that is woohoo, we're special. Where are you, Kyle? You're in China now? Okay. So these two white dudes in baseball caps, snap a picture of this.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking Jobs and Woz. No, you're not going to build like the next device stuff, but you get the analogy, right? And I'm talking about like all the white dudes with baseball caps that are sitting around chilling with beers, Dr. Pepper, I don't know, smoking a joint, talking. And the thing is, if you guys just keep at it and you keep at it and you keep at it, and there are other people in the space, and I'm talking corporations that have more deeper, like you guys don't even have pockets right now. But like they've got deep pockets and stuff like that. If you just keep going on, your faces will be like in the next, I'm looking second year, 5, 10, 15, you will be known in the space for merging the digital and real world stuff. And you will have contracts to the likes of maybe a sponsorship with a sponsor in a future Super Bowl, or you will have some type of collaboration with some entity affiliated with Disney, except not Snow White.
Well, Carmen, the Super Bowl, that's fun that you mentioned that, because next year's is in New Orleans. So in our little meetings that we'll be doing together, we'll talk about the Landry family and some contacts we have and some things we can do.
Wait.
With
Super Bowl's in NOLA? Next
we
year,
got some auction establishments on Bourbon Street, and we've got some really, 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 really huge things. It's just in the timing of when they're ready, when the world's ready, and that synchronistic timing, right? We get to interject a little bit. I don't want to say force, but because that hasn't worked for 3 years. You can't, of a simple question of, do you accept crypto yet, can be overwhelming to some.
Yes.
Scare the hell out of the business, right? So the world's changed a little bit now in the past, say, 5 years, especially, but we do have some capabilities. It's real fun. You say Super Bowl. Yes, let's do it.
I love the Super Bowl. Who doesn't? I mean, like, I get it. I get it. For those Europeans who are like, man, American football. I get it. But I mean, like, if you're on this side of the of the pond, or the big Atlantic pond,
Right.
it's all about the Super Bowl. Like, it's a huge
It's kind of a big deal.
It's kind of a big deal.
The most profitable sports team in like the world might be an NFL football team.
Might be.
Might be. You know, but yeah, no, it's man, this is thank you, Carmen, for bringing us on today.
Where are we going now?
Yeah.
What's going on? Why are we
No.
going
I just wanted to say no. I wanted to say thank you for bringing us on, because I was about to do like my own little personal show of, look, $1 million. $1 million, like I'll get you set for like 3 to 5 years. Your brand, $1 million, 3 to 5 years. We'll have you in location, like you'll have physical presence in the. It won't just be like it's real simple. I know it's like $1 million trash change. Like, let's get real, okay? But yeah, but $1 million for a 5-year like show up IRL, like you have a physical presence at events for 5 years. Like, that's pretty good. That's a steal. But
That is such a steal.
That out there.
That
It
is
is
such a
steal.
steal.
Let's get real. Like, for the people that actually know, like they really know. And if you're gonna try and like chump change and come back at me when I do go to talk to you about bargaining, I'm already giving you my best deal. Like, I'm all like, don't come back and be like, can I get it at 10% of what you offer? No, no, you're not gonna take 90% off of what this is and be like, well, I've got a name. We've all got names. My name's Charles. Nice to meet you. But we can't do it for 90% off.
Charles, you have AR in your name as well.
Yeah, he does.
Oh man, how have we not kept? Oh, I don't know how we do that though. I mean, we can make it work, maybe.
We just gotta switch Mike to Mark. We just gotta switch Mike to Mark or something. But check this out. I'm laughing at the Derby one.
That's worth it.
He's like, the Derby one says, "Screw the Cowboys." The Derby one says, "Screw them." He's gonna own the San Diego Padres. He's gonna own the Padres. That is his dream, and I have no doubt about it.
I mean, he could, I say
that. I'm already in another timeline. That's it.
Yeah. I think I think though, if he did buy the Padres, their uniform would change, and all their hats would be derbies.
Look, 100%, absolutely.
Or at least on the Padre uniform somewhere, it'd have like a little derby like tilted on it, like right on the P itself would be the derby, yeah.
100%. Guys, I thought I had to leave because I'm supposed to do a space for the hideout, but you know what? It's like 1 hour or 57 minutes later. Satoshi Verse has a weekly branded Twitter X space called the Hideout, and once in a while, Over the Reality gets invited, and I think we're talking about the metaverse and Web3 gaming.
Satoshi Verse. How do you say it? Satoshi, not Satoshi.
It's not Satoshi?
Okay.
Satoshi? I don't know. I'm going to ask them, actually.
Satoshi? Who's this Satoshi?
Oh, tomato.
I'll go get a visual aid so we can see.
All right. So my point about bringing the two white guys in the thing is because they are 2 white guys in baseball hats. In baseball hats. But But I mean, what I'm trying to say is that you're going to see their faces and you're going to remember. And I'm glad I caught this on live streams and Metaverse Radio, where you're going to go, oh yeah, that Charles, that Mike, or the Honeycomb they were talking about. So those were the guys way back, like 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and now they got their own agency. Now they're I don't know what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like that's how I envision you guys right now. And I'm just going
That's
to
the
be
goal.
riding on your coattails so that I don't get jelly.
Well, like so, just to add on that, the like I've seen there's it's not a new one. None of this is new. We've seen other people do it. I've got friends here and that are local, right? So like Mike Zemer over here, they've run third strings. He started back in what 2000, early 2005, 2008, right? You know, so and just as it just in it's 20 years, right? It wasn't 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. He's 20 years into this now, right? So yeah, we might be he might be able to like get any venue on 6th Street during South by Southwest and pick the night that he wants to now. But it took what I mean, he earned that right by putting on all those shows there for the past 20 years, by building that reputation. And it's the same thing here. So yeah, like this might look new now, but some of us, I've been doing the same thing for 3 years. I don't just sit at home and go, hey, I wish that I could, make this work and try and figure it out with my own family. No, I'll go out and I'll ask the people in the malls. I'll get hands on with the real life people and just give it to them, not even tell them what it is. Sometimes it just depends, and I don't record most of that stuff and put it online because we don't want to show all the negatives all the time, right? But there are. So getting that buffered out and making sure it all works smooth. So we're now that we are a few more years into this, we can say we know for a fact that this part works and we can offer you this thing. And I can advance you as the things advance and we can be connected. So there are people like XReal. You want to be on just that platform, we can be specific. You want to be Web3, you want to be Web2. What is it that you actually need? Because we're not trying to force you into anything either. It's where are you and everybody else at, right? So yeah. What's up, dog?
Hey, what's your dog's name?
Well, this is Sparky. This is my daughter's Yorkie Poo.
I got a Yorkie. Hey, it's Brover is saying, hey, doggo. So last Tech Talk Tuesday.
He's a Walmart greeter.
Yeah, I can see that. He's a Walmart greeter. Last Tuesday, I interviewed Brover and Strawberry, and then it just occurred to me that Brover is like the bro of over. So I asked him, hey, dude, is Brover like bro and over? And he's like, yeah. And I go, oh my God, that's brilliant. Isn't that crazy? That's so crazy. But no, I believe in you guys. I've seen what you guys have done with well, I've seen what Hex has been doing. Oh God. I've seen what Hex is capable of, just one man show. Like in 2021. Was it 2021, Hex?
Yeah.
No, it was 2022. It was 2022. So I met you in 2021.
Right, we met in 2021, right?
And then South by Southwest 2022, 2023.
South by Southwest was 2022. Yeah, Metaverse Music Festival was 2021, and that was where we did the things with the All-Stars and everybody. Yes. That was October and November. Yeah, and then we did the first McDonald's takeover in 2022 that led into South by Southwest. But in 2021, we were in rooms and doing things like the Derby one with crypto pills, where we were just going in and with groups of people and buying up massive plots and planning for the next 5 to 10 years with massive groups of people. It was never alone. Never alone. Everything has always been with match. So everything that we're able to do now, especially with this AR thing, the only reason this works, let's be very real, is because we already have connections. It's not because we do anything special. It's because there's people out there doing things special that we get to see and show off. And that's really all to be very real about it. I have no talents, but I do get to show off other people's talents. So building all that back then, buying up those lands with groups of people, building those communities of people. So like in Miami at Art Basel, we want to go in and throw a whole AR art thing out there. We know all the landowners personally, right? So we don't have to go through this whole thing. We don't even have to try, we know them. In fact, they bought it specifically to build with us in the future, right? And so now we're here. So there's a whole bunch of people that have been waiting for these moments.
They've been waiting.
Okay, right? They've just been and they're ready. They've been building too, so it's a lot. There's a lot going
Then
on.
what's great
It's gonna be a good
is
day.
we've got something like Satoshio's that can help power the way.
Oh, where'd you get that? Is that a real thing?
Yeah,
got
I
this from
love
the creator.
Satoshio's.
This was handed to me by the creator of Satoshio's, named not
Dude's
yet
a
revealed.
legend.
Dude's a legend.
No, is that a real cereal?
Yeah, you can buy Satoshio's. You can buy them with a credit card, or you can buy them with Bitcoin. You'll get a discount. And after you buy them with the Bitcoin, and then there's a QR code, and you can get a discount. Like say you go with the Litecoin the next time. Okay, so there's little steps. It's a little bit gamified, I guess you could call it. But if you don't want to use crypto, that's cool. You can still use your credit card, whatever. But there are discounts but it's Bitcoin. So it's just cereal. It's just nothing. Don't be scared.
It's not just
right?
cereal.
It's not crypto. It's not crypto.
Organic whole oat,
Yeah.
grain oat breakfast.
It's just cereal.
It's just cereal. Monsanto doesn't have any hands on it, does it?
But it,
No, there's no Monsanto or.
Yes, that is Monsanto's free. It is Monsanto's free.
Okay, Monsanto's free. No, can we talk about Hex? So when Charles came on, he was holding a bottle of
Dr.
we
Pepper.
want this. Yeah.
I love that.
I love Dr. Pepper. I'll probably drink it when.
Love Dr. Pepper.
I mean, look, we
wanted ice cream.
It's funny, people talk about like the Coke and Pepsi competition, but nobody ever talks about it like Coke and Dr. Pepper because there isn't one.
So Hex, why are you bringing up? Why are you carrying around the Dr. Pepper bottle?
Well, one, I drink it like this. I live on it. It's my fuel. Like you can say what you want. It's this. It was my choices as a Texan were this or sweet tea, and I said I like carbonation. So but they're home here. Like they're from here. They are here. They are Texas, right? So they are the drink of Texas. Like you said it, like every Texan. And so every Texan goes out of state, and we go into restaurants on purpose and order Dr. Pepper, and they bring us Mr. Pibb, and we throw it on the table, and we say that's not it, But they're home here, and I would love to see like Dr. Pepper set up maybe outside the AT&T Stadium where they already have that partnership anyways with the Dallas Cowboys. And I would love to see somebody like Alan Walker have some AR, like make the Dr. Pepper cans or a mask car or whatever tent, and then they set up the little booths and have all that, but then like have an AR hunt so people can go out to places in the real world and also collect cans, right? And then get discounts on their Dr. Pepper drinks, so because they went in and collected so many cans. But it's also encouraging to do whatever. It can be a healthy thing.
Oh my gosh. So
I know with Dr. Pepper, you're probably full of sugar, but run.
No. So you need to take your pitch deck and go to the Dr. Pepper marketing team on LinkedIn and find a contact, because I could just envision a QR code like in the next iteration of what's it called? Of Dr. Pepper bottling.
Oh yeah.
The QR code during whatever time or always, because you partnered with them, and then people can just like point the camera at the QR code and enter whatever space, whatever AR experience Dr. Pepper wants them to have or to gamify it. You know what?
Go on. I was just gonna say, it doesn't have to be me. I just want to see Dr. Pepper do it.
I know, but somebody's got to go reach out to them. Like somebody has to go and do the whole Web 2 thing. You know what I mean? The whole Web 2.
So in college, in one of the marketing classes I took, they said, we're not trying to sell to you today. This is like for day one. They said, we're not selling to you anymore. We're selling to your grandkids. We're not our marketing and how we're going to get you to get branded. That's done. If we missed you, we missed you. That part's done. We're branding your kids, and so and as sick as that may sound, okay, but that's what it is. You grow up watching TV. You look at it's just what it is, right? You see billboards, right? And so but you're right. So Dr. Pepper's already been talked to. They're not. This isn't a new thing. I'm not going to go up to them and you want to do AR and like blow their mind. No, they've had a million people shoot them pitch decks about AR and this thing and crypto and how I guarantee there's kids that are in college age. They're on their marketing team and inside their intern program trying to get a spot, right? Coming up with these new genius ideas. I'm not going to blow their mind, but we can offer them something that we already have that works with a reputation that says it already works. You can Google us. You can say Hexadize. You can ask ChatGPT or Grok or any other AI service out there, and it's going to pull up information on what we've done, who we are, and how we got here.
That's true. Word.
It's not a new. We're not new.
No, absolutely, they're not new.
Yeah.
And they've been actually organizing and creating and setting up AR experiences or experiences on the different platforms like Spatial with the help of other teams. Like, shout out to Hilo, Era, MetaMike, George, Altered Alley, all the content creators there. They've networked with Hexadize and vice versa. And oh my God, all the things that Hex has done for the 3 in a row South by Southwest. So many things. Soyo Crypto, Metaverse Mints. They've been doing the Easter egg hunt, the Christmas things. Like there's all the best use cases out there, the real world use cases out there.
Right. And outside of crypto stuff and outside South by Southwest, we did with real world bands. So there's bands at So What Music Festival that they wanted AR stuff out there just for them. Alan Walker, we got to drop the Slurpees NFTs with them back. You know, I mean, there's things that have actually happened that a lot of people just maybe because we weren't the ones, but that's cool. Things still happen.
Things can still happen.
Things still happen. So, and they're still happening. So, yeah, it's mapping and scanning and play. I had to, because I'm wearing a shirt. Louis, thank you. Because Louis we got the chance to do all of the AR stuff on all the Louis AR stuff. We had the opportunity to work with them on. So, and Louis is an amazing, if you don't know the hip hop heads, and they go way back as well to 2021, and dropping their collection, doing their thing. So really, they're always dropping new tracks, but they're one of those ones that's just talented. Like, he's an actual teacher. Like, he has a real world job and he just does this because he just has the talent and the heart for it. So it's cool stuff. But check out the AR.
That's crazy. Now, talking about kids and children and building for the future, in the beginning you kind of mentioned mainnets. You said something about mainnets, and I didn't know if you were talking about the mainnets 3rd generation layer 1 blockchain, or you just talking about it. Were you talking about that?
I most definitely put that in there. So because when you hear a lot of projects, there's so many crypto projects that drop every day. We're a new layer 1, we're a new layer 2, we're a new layer 17. We're the meme, and that's all good and gravy. But hearing it from the founders is really nice. You hear from the people that developed it and do all that, and that's really good. But when I got to physically meet Richard out in Nashville, and
who's Richard? He's CNET's moon, right?
He's CNET, CNET. And so when we and Mike got to meet him as well. So when his authenticity, right, his realness, and the fact that the conversation, I could be authentic back. Right, and that was it. There was no, there was no fluff. And to be able to be real, and even in the conversations after things have happened, and just being able to go back and say, hey, look, these are the real things, and being able to do that is so. That showed me who the people are, right, that are in this. Okay, and I know you, and I know Elias. And and then I start to see the other people in that community and what they're actually doing, right? And so, and then now they're in that school. They're not just in a school, but they're in it for the reasons of helping people understand and and doing all these things, right? And building their own dreams and making these things possible inside the SoCal school. And that's just so there's I mean, they're already there. They are what I would consider a healthy more established chain. They have something there that says, hey, we are going to be here for 5 to 10 years. We don't need your money to bring in right now. That's not what they're saying. We don't need your money to build our coins so that we can build something for you. We have something that you can build on, and here, let's support you in making those dreams possible, because they've got some really cool programs out that I've been listening to. I haven't tapped into them, but I know that, but I've heard, right, of some of the projects that they've said, hey, look, you do this, we're going to encourage this, we're going to gamify it this way. I think they gave away like $250,000 on one thing. They had a random, you get this gold necklace, their rarities on there, and then their NFTs are earning tokens at the same. So it's an interesting layer, and I can see how stuff like that in communities like that, it wouldn't be hard to tell someone, hey, here's this thing, you should go look into it, because the community's there, that as soon as somebody goes to look at it, the support from the community is automatic, and there's no one up top shutting the community down, just trying to get stay in between as a buff. No, like it's all there is no staffed. I mean, there might be, but there's a support there that's natural and organic, and that matters to me.
Okay, so what Hex is talking about is the mainnet Z, third generation layer one blockchain, where it's a very small core team. But what you need to know is Dale, who is the lead developer, he's been in crypto since 2012. Dale has literally been building out blockchains for other corporations and entities. So what he's building, when he's building the mainnet Z blockchain, he's taking all the since 2012 building up blockchains and smart contracts. He's taking all of the best use things that work in a blockchain and putting it into the mainnet Z. And one of the great things about mainnet Z is, in terms of for the developers, they actually get 40% back out of every transaction on the blockchain. And not only that, hexadized, there is a NFT collection that is tied to the mainnet Z, which is the Xenu NFTs, or ZMS, as Zombie Mob Secret Society. That I think launched March 21, 2022. That was when the mint launched, and I could be wrong. And if you are an owner of one of the 10,000 Xenu NFTs, that Xenu, starting from March 21, 2022, every day is earning one ZMSS token, one Xenu token, which is a one-to-one tied to the mainnet's blockchain token, which is the net Z. I know it's a lot of stuff, but if you just go to mainnet's MAINNETZ or Z.io website, you'll figure it out all there. There's a lot of NFT projects that are onboarding, but these NFT projects aren't just pretty PFPs. They actually have real life utility to it. Now, what's so exciting about the mainnet Z, we need to come back and talk about them and bring up CNET's Moon and other people from the Xenu mainnets community too, guys. So what's great about them is they just partnered with, and I believe they are in the first week of, or they're rolling out their third class, maybe. I think, yeah, their third class on, so in California State University at Fullerton, they have 22, 23 campuses in California. And Fullerton is like the largest campus in California for California State, if not the largest funded one in technology. So there's Professor Mike. I forgot his last name, starts with an M. There's Professor Mike. He is not only a professor of finance, who actually created his own hedge fund way back in the 80s. He is also a member of, I forgot, a state senator or something. Sorry about that, Professor Mike. But he's actually also a professor in DeFi in the California State University Fullerton campus. And he partnered with mainnet Z, where the university students are going to be learning crypto, building out blockchain, building out their own dApps, their own meme coins, their own NFT projects with utility on the mainnet Z blockchain. So you guys, you're talking about the future of you're talking about students building on the mainnet Z blockchain. And Professor Mike, they're not just building to learn, they're building with applications. So
Right.
Here's an example. So these students that are, I think it's a third class today, actually. These students that are coming in, it's going to be a certification course. This just happened in 4 months. and it got adapted and integrated into the campus, into Fullerton. So these students are coming from all other majors. There's a student in real estate, and he's interested in this course that's going to be utilizing the mainnet Z. He's literally going to be building out something for his real estate, the real estate industry. So when you're talking about business use cases and real world use cases, you're talking about on a campus, California State University Fullerton campus, that they're going to roll out to all the other 22 campuses. That certification course where they're going to be building on the layer on the mainnet C blockchain business use cases, and you're talking about these are the future. Speaking of kids,
Here's a few.
there's one right now. I'm looking at my virtual imaginary producer, and I didn't know. Hello, sir. Speaking of the future,
Right. Speaking of the future, yeah, see the joys of homeschooling, right? Like everybody else is in school. They're like, sometimes they don't even realize how good they got it. They're like, like, wait a minute, I have to get up at 9 today. I was like, shut up, get out of
that's
here.
so true. That is so true.
Like we don't. Everybody else is like, they don't even understand like the vacation side of it. I'm like, look, we get to go when everybody isn't there, and they're like, but we want to go when. I was like, but no, then there's the lines and like we could go when there's nobody. But they still, yeah. So, yeah. What do I know?
Have it lucky. You guys have it lucky. You know what? We're gonna kind of wrap up. Where it's getting to be the hour and a half mark, hour and 25 minutes. You know what? Really shout out to Stilo, the Derby one, and Justin for hanging in there, and Kyle. Thank you so much for joining.
When I go left.
Yeah. So before we kind of like say adios and we'll come back again. Did you guys have anything you want to say?
Web3 Wednesdays and Super Saturdays, right? And then music, was it the chopped cheese with music district, Web3 music district, right? So I mean, they've got a lot of things going on over there. But yeah, so Metaverse Radio, thank you, and tune in. There's always something there. Always something there.
Mr. Honeycomb, Mike.
I don't think I need to say anything that ain't already been said. But just stay tuned in, jump into the spaces, support where you can. People don't realize how much they like and retweet and all that silly shit, how impactful it actually it is. So we'll have the updates of where to go check everything out and click through and follow through on the website. Go ahead, Hex.
This Thursday, we're gonna start. We're gonna have our first community team meeting thing for the WintAR WondeARland. So we'll have. If you want to be involved, definitely that'll be. We're gonna start doing those. So that'll be a good place to start getting tapped in. Yeah.
Yeah. So please follow at Hexadize. Please follow at Hexadize. HEXID.
IZED.
HEXIDIZED. Thank you very much. And at Honeycomb Empire, all one word, to get more information on being part of WintAR WondeARland. Guys, thank you so much. Transparency. It was like around 11 o'clock at night, my time, and I messaged Hex, and I went into the WintAR Telegram, and I said, "Hey, do want to do a live stream tomorrow?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." So here we are. That's the great thing about all this. This whole production thing is just like, you got a camera, you got a mic, let's go. And that's what I love about it.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're all here, right? It just, we're all doing the same thing. It's, show up, hang out, do what you're doing anyways, but do it with everybody, right? So thank you, Digital Pimp, for everything.
No, thank you. And I'm so glad you guys had the time and just was able to join. And we will be having updates, because I really believe in the both of you. You guys, I don't know, like that connection that you guys have in terms of like the trajectory of where you want to go and the commonality for your goal and mission. You can feel the vibe and you guys get it. So I love that. And I'm so happy that Hex is kind of like, Hex has a big network, and I'm sure you do as well, Honeycomb, but it's nice for your networks to combine together and for both of you to jive in the way you do. And now Hex is like a bro to bounce things off with.
I mean, the shape of the name is the same, so hexadized and honeycombs, they just go together.
That's right? Isn't that insane? I didn't realize that. Okay, and I need to say, so for those of you who don't know, please, if you want to map the world and earn over tokens like Brover and Strawberry, just download the Over app. You guys know the routine. Over the Reality, go to overthereality.ai, click on Map the World, or you can DM me at Digital Femme to find out more information. Anyway, let's go. Oh, before we go, I gotta say that disclaimer. Da, da, da.
Dun, da, da, da. You
So,
don't have that automated yet?
No, I gotta read it out manually. So this program's content does not necessarily represent the views of Metaverse Radio and is for entertainment only. It is not legal, medical, financial, or investment advice. Oh, no, no, no. The host, guest speakers, artists, and other collaborators may have personal or financial interest in the subjects they discuss. Oh, yeah, they do. So please critically assess the information presented. Not all content is appropriate for all ages, and stuff that we may or may not be wearing. Just saying. So listener discretion is advised. Shout out to Fred and the team in Chi-Town for providing this platform for Metaverse Radio. For all you Metaverse Radio listeners out there, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for Web3 Wednesdays. Hexadize is the host, and Super Saturdays, which, by the way, I just never wake up for, but it is what it is. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and let's see. And I believe there's Elias is having something on. There's so many things going on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah,
right?
We got something going on pretty soon with the Over community space, I want to say.
Yeah. And I'm and shout out to the Derby One and Anna Pan for hopefully they have a safe, smooth, seamless, smooth all the way down from where are they? In Vancouver, Washington. Doxed them all the way to San Diego, but I know that they're going to be happy. Plug in that CD or that iPod and have a great time with your road trip and your dog and cat. I forgot their names. And Coco and the cat's name I forgot. So yeah, and Kyle, shout out to Kyle, man. It's made in China.
Love Kyle.
Love Kyle. We miss you.
We need more Kyle in our lives. I actually need a website. So if anybody knows anybody wants to do a website and wants to revamp that, by all means, I can give you some overlands. I think that's a pretty decent trade, to be very real with you.
Dude, he's literally giving you digital property that's geolocated of the real world. Like what is that? That's insane. All right, guy. I know Kyle's like giving the face. He's given the pickle in the mouth face. I call it a okay. Bye, guys. I do want to play this song, this AI song, which is cringe to me, but I'm going to play it anyway. Here we go.
Do it.
It says welcome, but oh well, I'll change it. And what is this on my face? Can you see that? Can you see? Oh, good. Okay, good. Come join my conversation. There's so much we can do. From blockchain to AI, the latest tech is here. We're diving deep, exploring how it all is. Connect with the experts, contribute to the goal. Let's revolutionize together and watch our dreams unfold.
Yeah, Hex, you got to put yours on. It is the sloppiest part ever. It's almost a hexagon. Just go for a hexagon.
All right, everyone. Bye, Justin. Thank you for hanging out. Ciao, everyone. Have a great Tuesday. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Carmen.
Bye.